Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have all of you here. So I am just showing you guys what an absolute disaster my house was on this morning. This was a Sunday morning. We weren't able to go to church because Auden was still not 100% healthy and we didn't want to infect any other kids in the nursery, of course. So instead of having a really lazy Sunday morning after we watched the service and had coffee, I wanted to get to work. So the Saturday right before this was my sister's wedding, and we got home pretty late and emptied out our van and pretty much just put everything on the counters to take care of in the morning. We were just tired and we wanted to get to bed, and I really did not feel like putting it all away. So that was the first thing on my list, was to clear off everything off of these counters. And I just put everything that was on the counters into the room that it belonged. And then I went to that room after I was done clearing off all the counters and then put those specific items away in the room where they belonged. So that has been like the easiest way that I've been picking up lately, is just putting everything in the room that it goes and then going room by room. And that's just been working for me lately. So if you guys are looking for a new way to clean, that might be the best way. I hope that everyone had a happy Halloween. We had a really good day. We went to the Trunk or Treat Festival at our church 2 days before Halloween, and then on Halloween, which was a Monday this year, which that was pretty weird. But on Halloween, we just took the kids trick-or-treating around our neighborhood. It's really safe and we love our neighbors. So we went ahead and did that, and then when we got back, I made stew inside of a pumpkin, which I've been doing every year for the past 6 years. And then we paint a Halloween picture, and this year we did Casper. So this year was Casper, last year was Nightmare Before Christmas. We painted Zero, and then the year before that we painted the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. So we've been making that a new tradition. So this is the 3rd year that we did it, and I just love it. I think it's so much fun. And if you guys are interested in seeing what those paintings look like, go and check out my Instagram. I will put it in the description box below. I have all of my paintings that we ever did on there. I have been struggling so bad lately with getting on a good schedule. I think I started cleaning today around like noon or so. I don't really know what time it was, but I'm just like trying to get my life together still. It's always so hard for me to get a routine and a schedule each time that I add a new baby to the mix. So she turned 6 months old on October 30th. And I still don't have my life together. So if you do not have your life together still because you just had a new baby or whatever the reason is, I am right there with you, and I am trying my best to create a routine. I just don't have it down yet, but I'm trying. I wanted to show you guys this new Mary Ruth gummy vitamin that they had. They're organic and they have elderberry, vitamin C, and zinc in them. I was really excited when I saw that because they are new. The immunity gummies that I had before that were Mary Ruth's weren't organic and they didn't have elderberry in them. So I was really excited to see those, and instead of having the other immunity gummies on a schedule with getting them delivered, I put those ones. This is a giant jug of horchata from my sister's wedding, and I'm just filling it up in our jars because we didn't want to waste it. We love horchata. She actually had Mexican food at her wedding and it was absolutely delicious. It was seriously so good. Josh was like, okay, we need to hire these people for like every birthday party, every event that we ever have at our house because I want to eat this food every day of my life. So this year it was so weird not taking down Halloween decorations, and honestly I really regret never doing it, but I just couldn't get the motivation to do it. I don't know why, but I couldn't. But honestly, I regret it. But it is really nice not having to put away all the Halloween stuff because I'm definitely going to be getting out Christmas stuff. So it's November 5th today when I'm uploading this, and I'm already ready to get Christmas. So I'm ready to go up to the attic, go through our Christmas stuff, and start decorating. So the next video I come out with will probably be just me taking down the decorations that I have all the time up in my house and cleaning my house. And then the video after that should be my Christmas decorate. We'll see how it goes, but that is my plan. I'm definitely decorating for Christmas. There's no way I could not decorate for Christmas. That would literally be so depressing. So look out for that video next.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me.
I'm starting a fresh batch of elderberry syrup. I have been really relaxed with my elderberry syrup this year. Usually around this time I already have some fresh made, and I keep fresh elderberry in the fridge until the weather starts to get warm again because I am crazy about avoiding sickness. But I just added this whole bag of dried elderberries. I put 8 cups of water. I put some cinnamon sticks, some cloves, some ginger, and I just simmered this on low for hours. And I randomly would go over to it, stir it. I would squeeze the berries on the side of the pot just to get out all that goodness. I will put an exact recipe down below. I do kind of do my own thing with it, but the recipe that I'm going to post is like where I got my inspiration for this elderberry syrup from. So I will be putting that in the description box. So if you guys want to make it, I would highly recommend making it. I really do feel like it works, and we just take some of it every morning, like a shot of it, me and the kids. So yeah, I'm just cleaning off the counter now, and I wanted to show you guys the bouquet and the boutonnieres that my sister actually made for her wedding. She did such a good job. I was so proud of her. But she made her own bouquet and all of the bridesmaids bouquet and the boutonnieres for the men, and I just thought that that was amazing. And I wish I could like show you guys some pictures from her wedding, but we don't have the pictures back yet. But it was seriously a beautiful wedding. It was on my mom and dad's property. They live on a farm, and it was just amazing. She got married in their front yard, and then we had the reception in the barn, and it was so cool. And I will definitely show pictures when I can.
Just waiting, you got me going crazy tonight. So why don't you come on over and be my somebody to love? Somebody to love, somebody to love, somebody. I need somebody to love. I need somebody. I need somebody. Give me somebody, give me somebody, somebody to love.
You're gone now, will you call me back? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind, it's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've tried.
I am really getting pumped for Christmas, and one of my favorite things about Christmas is all of the fun Christmas movies. And last year I did discover a few new ones because like they came out with some on Netflix and a few of them were cute. Some of them are pretty dumb, but most of them are cute. But if you guys have some Christmas movies that you love and that you watch over and over again every year, please tell me down below. I would love to watch them. I'm always looking for new Christmas movies, and I love it when you find a Christmas movie that's so good that you watch it every year. I am looking for more movies like that. I feel like the only Christmas movies that I have right now that I do that with is Elf. I can't even think of anything other than Elf. But like Elf is obviously hilarious and a really good Christmas movie. Oh, and then the Santa Claus, like the very first one. The first Santa Claus with Tim Allen in it is like my all-time favorite. Well, I don't know if it's my all-time favorite. I don't know. It's hard for me to choose because I also love Elf. But yeah, those are the two Christmas movies that pop into my head that I really like. So if you guys can think of any other ones that you love and that you think I'll like, please put them down below. I would love to check them out.
You come home to me once you travel the world, all the spaces inside your heart. I hope I'll be your destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your destination. You're gone now.
After I had the house squared away, it was time for me to start on dinner because time literally flies, especially when you got 4 kids and you have to stop what you're doing every 5 seconds. So I'm making a casserole. It's a quinoa broccoli casserole and it's vegan, so the cheese that I use is a vegan cheese that I made. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you guys, I was not a huge fan of this meal. This is my first time making it, but Josh was obsessed with it, and so was Eve and Auden. Me and Ashton weren't big fans of it. Like, we ate it, but it's not something that I would want to make again. But Josh told me that he for sure wants it again. He really liked it, so I don't know. I'm going to put the recipe down below, so if you want to try it out, go for it. But it's super simple. I just took a cup of quinoa and I took 2 cups of chicken broth and I put that on the stove to simmer, and you wait until it gets fluffy. It pretty much cooks the same as rice. And then I put my broccoli on a baking sheet. I put that in the oven at 400 for 30 minutes. Then I take some organic coconut milk and I put 3/4 of that into a small pot. This is to make the cheese. And then I take 3 tablespoons of some nutritional yeast. This is what's going to give it that cheesy flavor. I have made this cheese before and it's pretty good. And then I'm taking 2 tablespoons of tapioca flour. That's what makes it stretch. And then I'm taking a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then I just take some paprika and I kind of like eyeball that. I don't like to put too much paprika, but I do like to put a little bit. And then you whisk that, and then you're gonna turn on the heat, and you just continuously stir it until it starts to get really melty and stretchy. And when it starts to get really melty and stretchy, that's how you know that the cheese is done. I put a can of chickpeas into a bowl, and then I put some oregano, some onion powder, and some salt and pepper, of course. The chickpeas is like the main source of protein for this meal, even though broccoli also has a lot of protein in it. So this meal is super healthy and it's protein packed.
On repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on trying till it bends, still it feels like I pretend.
You add the broccoli to your chickpeas, and then you take a cup of plant milk. I think this was almond, but it doesn't really matter which milk you use. And then you mix that together, and then you take half of the cheese that you made and you mix that in too. Oh, and you add the quinoa too, of course. But yeah, you take half of the cheese that we made on the stove and you add that to this, and then you take the other half of that cheese and you put it on top after everything is assembled in the casserole dish. And I took some breadcrumbs. These are from the Organic Bread of Heaven that I get in the mail. I told you guys that this bread is the best bread you can possibly get. Amazing ingredients, and they also had some breadcrumbs. So I got those to put on the top of this casserole. I sprayed some avocado oil. The avocado oil that I use is by Chosen, which is actually one of the only avocado oils that's actually real avocados, like made with real avocados. It's crazy that a lot of avocado oil is not even real. But so if you're gonna get some, get the Chosen one, and I got that from Costco as a 2-pack for an amazing price. So I would definitely scoop that up if I were you. And then I put this casserole in the oven for 20 minutes, I think I did, and I put it at 350. So the temperature was 350 for 20 minutes, and then I took my oat milk butter, you guys know I love that, and I put it on some French bread, and voila, there you go. So after dinner was done, I checked on my elderberry syrup and I squeezed the berries on the side like I told y'all that I do to make sure we get out all that juice. And then I put a strainer over a bowl and Josh poured it into this nut bag. This is what I use for all of my nut milks. It's amazing. You can get this bag on Amazon. But this is how you strain it, and then after you pour it all in there, you get all the berries out, you just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze until you can get out all the syrup.
Everyone always keep falling in love again. The fuck's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. For I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done, I'ma drink at this place. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Ooh. Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain?
I usually have some local honey, but if I can't get my hands on any, this is the brand that I'll buy. This is a really good pure raw honey, and I just do a taste test with it. I don't like to put a ton of honey in it. Like, I know honey has amazing properties and it's great for your immune system, but I would rather take honey separately than put a ton in my elderberry syrup, and the kids like it better like that too. So I just do a little taste test, and so I'm not sure exactly how much I put, but in the recipe that I'm going to put down below, the elderberry syrup I use, you'll see that they put a lot more honey than I probably did. And then Josh was just pulling the pulp out of the nut bag, and we give the pulp to my dad for him to put in his garden. And if you know me, you know that I'm obsessed with Little Sleepies, and Little Sleepies has these little loveys that match the PJs, and I think that they're so cute, and lucky for me, my kids love them. But even if they didn't love them, I'd probably still get them because I'm crazy. But my kids really do love them, and I saw this idea in a group that I'm part of on Facebook where they took a curtain rod and they hung up their loveys by that so their kids could like see exactly what they had and could like choose each one, whichever one they wanted for that night. So Josh hung up a rod and I just hung up some of our loveys, and while I was doing that, Josh made a nugget slide for the kids, and I thought that footage was really funny, so I just wanted to show you guys what they looked like. But we like to do something really crazy at the end of the night, like to get their energy out before they go to bed. And for me, while Josh was putting the kids to bed for me, which was amazing, I just made some coffee, and the coffee that I used is by Four Sigmatic, and it has beneficial mushrooms, and it's supposed to be like uplifting, and I really do feel like it works. And then I use my Laird coffee creamer, which also has medicinal mushrooms in it, and it's a really good coffee creamer. Like, it has great ingredients. And then I use my maple sugar, and that was it. That is the end of my night, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.